Thank God.
Good evening. Good evening. Time for the news. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news. Doctors working in emergency wards have said the latest addiction they've had to deal with are men taking too much Viagra pills. Many addicts have claimed they're having the hardest time of their lives. The pills do come with a warning. You're supposed to see a doctor after you have an erection that lasts longer than 4 hours, but doctor says nobody comes in and actually sees a doctor until they've either collapsed from exhaustion or nearly died from dehydration. Latest news in sports. At the World Soccer Tournament, England 8, Ethiopia didn't. Last weekend at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, comedian Michelle Wolf caused an uproar among conservative politicians with her comments on Donald Trump and Sarah Huckabee Sanders. This controversy follows the yearly standard where the White House Correspondents' Dinners hires a comedian they know is going to be edgy, then complain about said edgy comedian just to breathe some life into an event that is boring as shit. And then generate gossipy press afterwards because it is literally the only way you can make headlines out of that insufferable snore festival. It also has the benefit to give political pundits who often complain their opponents are a bunch of snowflakes something to clutch their pearls over while they support a president who hasn't actually attended the White House Correspondents' Dinner for 2 years in a row now because people might say something mean about him.
That fucking snowflake!
Israeli President Netanyahu did a big reveal this week, personally aimed at Donald Trump about Iran's quest to attain nuclear weapons. The reveal was actually supposed no new information at all, as all the information he portrayed was well documented 15 years ago. So while Netanyahu is busy revealing secrets from 2003, he blew off the lid of Finding Nero and also spoiled that Sirius Black is killed in Harry Potter Book 5, Order of the Phoenix. Yesterday, Sarah Huckabee Sanders made a nuclear typo when she released a statement reacting to Netanyahu's PowerPoint presentation, saying the facts are consistent with what the United States has long known. Iran has a robust and clandestine nuclear weapons program. Later, the White House changed has to had, the past tense, which is kind of an important distinction you might want to take and make on your Tinder profile if you're referring to your marital status. Donald Trump has fired another one of his staff lawyers, Ty Cobb, adding to his problems of finding a lawyer willing to work for him. Donald Trump has conceded he understands the position is a difficult one to fill. He needs a lawyer who is well-versed in both criminal and constitutional law, and they must be comfortable with tasting the underside of a bus. Recently, the New York Times somehow got a hold of all 49 questions Robert Mueller wants to ask of Donald Trump for the Russia probe investigation. In the beginning of March, Mueller's team called Trump's lawyers, singular now, lawyer, to give him a preview of the questions. That lawyer took notes, and somehow those notes wound up in the New York Times. Trump wants to blame Robert Mueller for the leak. However, one of Mueller's former assistants says the grammatical errors in the notes prove the leaked questions came from Donald Trump. This was proven when he spelled collusion C-O-V-F-E-F-E. The media has been unearthing a lot of stories the past year that paint a bleak picture of the White House, but Trump wants everybody to know that everything in the White House is going just fine by releasing this tweet. The White House is running very smoothly. Despite phony witch hunts, etc., there is great energy and unending stamina, both necessary to get things done. We are accomplishing the unthinkable and setting positive records while doing so. Fake news is going bonkers. Coincidentally, great energy and unending stamina are the code names for the pills Dr. Ronnie was passing out at the White House. And that's the way you wish it wasn't. I'm Catboy Kunhua.
Yay, Catboy.
Hey.